Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you wherever you are. If you're tuned in, you're listening to Get Up Stand Out, the podcast with Daniel Fudoglu Quist. I am your host, always doing the most. Today, we are continuing the process of figuring it out, and nothing is set in stone. Today, the person whose song I am going to introduce you to is somebody that we all know and we all love to hate on because, Charlie, we can as a community and as a society. That's all we love to do. It's not all we love to do, but it's one of the things that we love to do. And he and his music has always touched on mental health for the longest time. He has delved into, he's always diving into idea of existential things and him having conversations with his demons and facing them. I mean, hip-hop always does that to everybody, but this particular artist is one that was introduced to me by a friend of mine called Gucci Glasses. He's DJ Gucci Glasses, and he kind of introduced me to this artist a while back because this guy was doing weird things, and in terms of his music and the way that he presented himself, he was a young person too, so that kind of caught my mind. But I put that to the back for a long time, and then recently rediscovered him because, you know, the mind can never ever have a dull moment. It's always going wild even when we're sleeping, and that's the reason why the conversation about mental health is always one that can be had. With that said, let me play this music so that you can you could get in tune with it. Maybe I will overlay it, but I want it to play in real time so that we can actually vibe with it in that regard.
Prodigy, come on. Look, I ain't gonna lie to you motherfuckers, I'm bad business. I ain't that industry nigga who always ass kissing. I got mad, this is for anybody who asking. And y'all can sit in patterns and watch how hard the cash getting. Bitch, I made hits day to day in the basement, slaving away, playing the game, making my name fizz. And low key, I've been checking to see how Dame is. And without hop, I'm sorry nigga, you ain't shit. Do something, got your goose bumping. Who fucking with me? I'm rude, rugged, and loved it in true ruckus. I'm too stubborn, I got the motherfucking juice chucking. You think you running shit, but you really my cute puppet that's dangling from a string. I was made to disrupt the peace. Don't care if you poppin', bitch, you basic as fuck to me. I've been laid with a fucking beast, it's a fatal corrupt disease. Don't be calling trying to sit for a bagel and cup of tea, my nigga. You don't want the baggy lash. Why you acting like a badass? Slow down, nigga. Fuck around and break you all proper. You gon' need to see the fucking witch doctor. You don't want the baggy lash. Why you acting like a badass? Slow down, nigga. I'm the dirty scoundrel, living life on the down low. I've been to hell and sat with the men of the household. My heart froze, but you don't wanna know how cold. I feel like the one, but I ain't one you should count on. Buckle up, nigga. Have a blast, I'm an avalanche, smashing fast down on your master plan. When I plan attack, it's like a massive pack of elephants charged with cataracts. So call an ambulance, I'm the straw that just broke the camel's back. You know what problems, I'm serious, I ain't too sick. I promise I ain't delirious, I can prove it. Think twice, nigga, I'm Marius Tyson's toothpick. Undercover prodigy, visualize the movement, nigga. This is a brand new side of me that's emerging, evil and purging. I am more deceiving in person, screaming and cursing. Fuck the world with penis insertions. I'ma feel this way until the day I'm leaving this earth, man. You don't want the backlash. Why you acting like a badass? Slow down, nigga. Fuck around and break you all proper. You gon' need to see the fucking witch doctor. You don't want the backlash. Why you acting like a badass? Slow down, nigga. I can show you the way if you want to know. Witch doctor, witch doctor. Somebody better call a witch doctor. Listen, I ain't gonna pretend to be the best. I don't give a fuck about ever being politically correct. Look at the fans that all my misery is blessed. As long as I'm breathing, I ain't gonna give MCs a rest. Music can make a struggle seem cool. It's not. Do you know what the fuck I've been through? A lot. There is an evil me that speaks to me every evening. I tried to get rid of him, but he rules my thoughts. Oh, you don't want the bet?
See, this is where I pause the music, because he said there is an evil me that is trying to rule his thoughts. When I talk about this artist as an artist who is constantly, speaking to his own mind, and how his music has really, always speaks to mental health. It's ridiculous how I mean, I have not had the conversation with anybody else, but myself, just like he does, because these are some of the things that we choose to ignore because it's easier to do so. And with that said, I will tell you a story. Mr. Glilo, Aglinava, as my people will say, the way, everybody says once upon a time. Mr. Glilo, Aglinava, me Glisaga. Well, the year was 2011. A young man who was living a quite fulfilled life to a certain degree for the income bracket that he found himself, doing all the illegal things that he could do, and finessing the funds through other means to make himself feel better, still knew that he was perceived little in the circles that he played in, because all the kids in the sandbox never ever really respected him despite his contributions. It's ridiculous, and it was funny, but to him, his need for acceptance overwhelmed, and he really took a toll on his mind. At this point, he had been close to a couple of women who really did inform and spoke to his true self, because they came from privilege, but they saw him for what he was capable of. And so they totally always encouraged him to pursue things that he liked, and really try to avoid interaction with these people. But just like any young man with ambitions, he refused to see reason in the logic that these women presented him. Also because culturally, he is constantly in battle of who is a man. Now, this is where the story got interesting. After a couple of run-ins with the man who was supposed to be his boss, then when he worked in a scene where music and culture was really bubbling at the base of this lifestyle that was known as an alternative space, he constantly will front money for these people to see their visions come to life, and he loved and bought into everything that they did. So he didn't think anything of it at the time, but one day it all came down when he realized that they had no respect for him as an individual. His contribution was only in material, and because his ideals and philosophies never really manifested in ways that really they could tap into, He was just a tool like the microphone and the speakers to them. It started taking a mad toll on him. Day and night he would sleep, but would not wake up with joy and the light that always made him excited to go out there. And then slowly it all started crumbling. His zest for life totally gone. But there was a light at the end of the tunnel. Mind you, this individual, the reason why I started this story with this song is music has always been the cornerstone of every life. And so the album that became the foundation for his comeback was none other than Distant Relatives. This album spoke to him in a way that made life reach out like the painting that of the masters, the ones that were called the masters at least. This was like that painting that I've seen in all the movies that had a god from the sky touching the tip of a man. That was what the sound was. Distant Relatives by Nas and Damian Marley really spoke to him. He started waking up, playing it religiously, like the churches that he had to go to every day, every Sunday. See, this music, an album, became a temple for his mind. It cushioned his thought and gave him a perspective. It gave him a universal understanding to his problems. He realized, and so he started running to this song. And that is how this young man's mind got its first fix. To be continued. You see, when Hopsin does his music and they're so aggressive and they're so morbid, they speak to a certain part of us that we really wish will not be as loud. So, with that said, I want to introduce you to another song. The one that we had before is Witch Doctor, and this one is Alone with Me.
Marcus fucking Hopsin, my guy, what up? Don't mean to intervene. How are things going? Talk to me. How you living, G? You look so confused right now. Do you remember me? Cause I've been with you since a teen, fucking you up mentally. I love it, dude. Staying inside your head with a rent is free. I'm just here to make sure you keep all your crazy tendencies. Look at yourself in disbelief, struggle with your identity. Stuck in depression until you diagnosed with it clinically. How's your love life? It's still a trifling mess? Nigga, you 35, you haven't found a wifey yet? I mean, if I was you, would I be stressed? Y-E-S. I guess the mail order bride is nice, it might be best. So how did you manage to get rich yet be so empty? Constantly stuck in a deep old frenzy. Maybe your ego ain't eco-friendly. Bro, you got a life that we don't envy. And I bet suicide must be so tempting. Do it.
Wait, hold up.
Damn.
Fuck's wrong with me? I can't leave me alone with me. I'm like, who is this nigga? I'm rocking my theory. It couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror. Wait, hold up.
Shit.
It's got control of me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be. I'm like, who is this nigga? I'm rocking my theory. It couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror.
So how's the rap life? Do people enjoy your music? Or you still spitting that bullshit to destroy the youth with? Be honest, you live in the shadow with Joyner Lucas. You jealous? I know that you are. My point is proof. What the fuck happened to you? You was spitting so cold. You was the ill minor Hopsin on the list with the ghosts. Then you fell off. You should've took a different approach. I hate to say it, but you'll never be like Kendrick or Cole, nigga. It's fucked up. That isn't fair, Marcus. I'm hoping that God will answer your prayers, Marcus. But even if he does, the chances are rare that you'll have hands in the air headlining Madison Square Garden. Nigga, put the mic down, don't you fight this fight. Cause you the corny rapper only weird white kids like. So every time the blogs post you, the comments gon' roast you. I would rather be dead than be caught living in your shoes.
Wait, hold up.
I'm tripping.
Fuck's wrong with me? I can't leave me alone with me. I'm like, who is this nigga? I'm rocking my theory. It couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror. Wait, hold up.
Please stop.
It's got control of me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be. I'm like, who is this nigga? I'm rocking my theory. It couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror.
Alright, I got an idea. I'll tell you how it works. It's gonna sound a little outrageous, but hear me out first. Turn your phone off for 2 weeks and start an outburst of worried family members, which leads to a local town search. And when they find you, you dead inside of your crib with a letter that says goodbye to your kid. But you don't get to see him anyway, cause your ex is wildin' and shit. So in this little head, it's like you already died. It's a trip. While you reside in heaven or hell, whichever side that it is, your baby mom's will regret the shit she never tried to get fixed. If you're alive, chances are she'll never try to repent. I'm just trying to show you ways to exercise your revenge. All you want is love, right? Well, you gon' have to get some balls. Shoot your fucking brains out until they splat against the walls. I mean, it has to hit the blogs and all your fans will get involved and you'll be missed cause people don't know what they have until it's lost. Hug your dad and kiss your mom before this transition is done into the new life. Your current one is trash, it isn't fun. Yeah, everybody got problems and we all fighting this big war, but your problems are different. You got nothing to live for.
Hold up. Oh no. Fuck's wrong with me? I can't leave me alone with me. I'm like, who is this nigga? I'm rocking my theory. It couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror. Wait, hold up.
Please stop.
It's got control of me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be. I'm like, who is this nigga? I'm rocking my theory. It couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror.
What I'm thinking, what you're thinking is not the important thing. We are alive right now. That is the important thing. It is important that you focus on this fundamental sense of aliveness within you, and then you will see there is a natural distance between you and your thought process. Once you create a little space between you and your mind, between you and your body, this is the end of suffering. Don't identify any thought as negative, because it's just a thought. Who told you it's negative? It's just a thought. You're making it up, maybe you like it. What's the problem? If you understand it's just a thought, it has no power. If you think it's a reality, then it destroys you.
And on that note, I'd like to say thank you once again for tuning in. This is Get Up Stand Out, the podcast with Daniel Mali for the Blue Quest. May your thoughts be kind and gentle to you, and may you find solace in you, knowing full well that what Sadhguru said at the end of Hopsin's Alone With Me is what we all need for ourselves. Peace, I'm out, and thank you for your time.